I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping.
Welcome back to your daily dose of scandal and glamour. Travis Hunter isn't just another college baller, he's the one everyone's buzzing about. The kid rewriting the game with skills that look almost unreal. His rise hasn't been steady, it's been explosive. And right in the middle of all that hype, Travis is now stepping up to defend his fiancée after a storm of drama shook their world. He fired back at critics with heat, saying, all the haters need to find something better to do with their free time because Leanna Lenny isn't going anywhere. Under the watchful eye of legendary Deion Sanders at Colorado, Travis isn't just surviving the pressure, he's thriving in it. On the field, this man is a straight-up problem. Whether he's locking down receivers as a cornerback or snatching impossible catches as a wideout, Travis doesn't just play, he dominates. His highlight reels, pure fire, spreading across socials like wildfire, making fans believe they're watching history in the making. But this story isn't just about football glory, it's about the weight of expectation too. With the NFL spotlight creeping closer, he's not just carrying his own dreams. Scouts, fans, and an entire university are riding on his back, desperate for him to deliver. Pressure like that could break most athletes, but Travis seems to eat it for breakfast. Still, even stars can't escape the mess of real life. Off the field, it's his romance with Leanna that has the internet in a chokehold. From whirlwind love to a flashy engagement that made headlines, their every move is being dissected by fans and haters alike. For a guy trained to dodge blitzes and fight through coverage, this drama is a whole different kind of battle.
I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like, you could sit there. You can go shop. You can come to the hotel. You can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up.
And the world is glued to see if Travis and Leanna can survive the spotlight together. But how did this picture-perfect romance flip into a messy public spectacle? It all goes back to one moment. A single viral clip that sent shockwaves through social media and had everyone second-guessing their relationship. Travis Hunter and Leanna Lenny looked like the dream couple. Young, ambitious, and glowing in the spotlight of his rising fame. Their story kicked off in 2022 when Travis was already carving his name into college football history and Leanna slid in as the steady, ride-or-die presence by his side. To fans, it felt like a fairy tale ripped straight from a glossy magazine. By February 2024, they took things to the next level, announcing their engagement in front of the whole internet, turning their love into a trending headline. Socials exploded with heart emojis, fire reactions, and endless congratulations. From goofy TikToks to sappy Instagram captions, every move they made screamed, "Power couple!" Travis and Leanna weren't just dating, they were building a brand, and then came the bombshell. So a wedding set for 2025, perfectly timed to match up with Travis's expected leap into the NFL spotlight. To some, it was romantic fate. To others, a red flag waving in neon lights. Fans whispered, is this real love or just a strategic play for fame and clout? The speed of it all made people suspicious, like they were racing against the clock instead of enjoying the ride. And here's the real kicker. When your love life is under the microscope, nothing stays private. Every smile, every kiss, every IG story got picked apart like a play-by-play breakdown. For Travis, the toughest defense he's ever faced might not be on the field. It might be the fans dissecting his personal life. As Travis's football career kept climbing, the pressure on his personal life turned savage. Every move, every glance, every word was under the microscope. And then came the crack that shattered the fairy tale. The Heisman Trophy incident. What should have been the proudest night of his career flipped into pure chaos, with Leanna dead in the center of the storm. Was it just a tiny misunderstanding? Or did it expose something much deeper? The Heisman Trophy ceremony and the biggest night in college football where legends are crowned and futures are sealed. For Travis, it was the moment he dreamed of, his talent finally being recognized on the grandest stage. The cameras were flashing, the crowd roared his name, and right by his side sat Leanna, looking every bit like the perfect fiancé. But then everything changed in one split second. As the room erupted in thunderous applause for Travis, Leanna stayed seated. No claps, no smile, no sign of... Normally something so small might slip past unnoticed, but not in the age of social media. One sharp-eyed camera caught it all, and within minutes the clip was everywhere. The internet went wild and the takes were brutal. Comment sections lit up with claims like, "She's unsupportive," and "She's not in this for love, she's in it for the spotlight." Fans didn't just criticize her, they tore her apart, breaking down her body language frame by frame like it was game tape. And then came the twist that made it even worse. Deion Sanders himself, Hunter's coach and mentor, was seen nudging Leanna, practically begging her to show some enthusiasm. If that gesture was meant to be subtle, it backfired in the worst way. Now people weren't just questioning her loyalty, they were asking if she was even proud of him at all. Fans didn't hesitate, they called it the smoking gun, proof that Travis and Leanna's fairy tale was already cracking. Trouble in Paradise became the headline everywhere, and the backlash was fast, ugly, and relentless. Memes flooded the internet, TikTok edits clowned Leanna's cold reaction, and comment sections turned into battle zones filled with accusations, insults, and theories about their relationship. Was she embarrassed, checked out, or just caught in a bad angle that got blown way out of proportion? Whatever the case, the internet wasn't giving her the benefit of the doubt. Travis, refusing to sit back, jumped on Twitch and tried to shut it down. He pleaded with fans for positivity, reminding everyone of their bond and telling people to stop tearing his fiancée apart. But here's the problem. Once the court of public opinion makes its ruling, the damage is done. And this one, it stuck hard. As the drama snowballed, another clip suddenly resurfaced, this time of Deion Sanders sitting with Travis, dropping personal advice that reignited the fire all over again. Now, we're not talking about just any coach here. Deion Sanders is a living legend, a man who's seen every angle of fame, fortune, and heartbreak. He's not only Hunter's coach, he's his mentor, almost like a second father. And in that viral clip, he wasn't sugarcoating a thing. Sitting across from Travis, his tone was sharp, his words unflinching. Protect yourself. Sanders went even deeper. He's stressing the importance of a prenuptial agreement, openly reflecting on his own mistakes and the harsh lessons that come with money and fame. You're young, you're rising, and you've got a lot to lose. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment, he told Travis, his voice carrying the weight of someone who's lived through it. But not everyone clapped for that advice. Some fans praised Sanders for being brutally honest, calling it hard truths every athlete needs to hear. Others, though, saw it as pure shade toward Leanna, a sign that even Travis's inner circle didn't trust her intentions. And with the Heisman controversy still fresh, the timing couldn't have been messier. The whispers about Leanna's motives only grew louder, and suddenly the conversation shifted. Was Sanders being protective of his protege, or was he flat out warning him about his fiancée? Travis has stayed silent on the prenup talk, but silence, in this case, is only adding to the speculation. But Travis's silence, it only poured gasoline on the fire. While fans argued over Deion Sanders' blunt advice, another heavyweight voice suddenly stepped into the arena, Shannon Sharpe. And when Shannon talks, the sports world pays attention. The Hall of Famer and outspoken commentator is famous for his raw, unfiltered takes, and when he was asked about the Travis and Leanna drama, he did not hold back one bit. Sharpe started by recognizing the unique weight sitting on Travis's shoulders. "You're not just dating," he explained. "You're dating in the spotlight, and that's a whole different game." Right away, people knew this wasn't going to be a soft take. Then came the bombshell. Shannon told Travis straight up, "You proceed with caution." Just like Sanders, he hammered the importance of protecting not only his money, but also his mind and his peace. "This isn't about love or trust," Sharpe warned. "It's about being smart." His words hit like a thunderclap across social media, sparking endless debates about whether Travis was moving too fast with Leanna. And it didn't stop there. Sharpe made it clear this was more than friendly advice. This was a warning. He broke it down. Fame isn't fair. Relationships get tested by jealousy, temptation, and non-stop public judgment. You gotta ask yourself, he said, is this relationship strong enough to take the pressure? And are you ready for the fallout if it's not? Fans lost their minds at that point. Some praised Shannon's wisdom, calling it the tough love reality check Hunter needed. Others slammed him for stirring the pot, claiming he was undermining a relationship he barely knew anything about. Either way, Sharp's words turned a messy debate into a full-blown firestorm. And now everyone wanted to know if Travis was actually listening. Shannon's warning already had the internet on edge, but then came the twist nobody saw coming. A resurfaced comment from Leanna Linney that threw gasoline straight on the fire. One line from her past suddenly had fans questioning everything about her true feelings, and the uproar was instant. Here's the breakdown. Just when people were still debating the Heisman fiasco and Deion Sanders' prenup advice, another piece of drama slid back into the spotlight. An old interview clip of Leanna, filmed before she ever got with Travis. In it, she casually admitted that Travis wasn't her type. Back then, it sounded like harmless honesty. But now, with their engagement under the microscope, that throwaway remark has turned into a grenade. Critics pounced fast, calling it the smoking gun. To them, it screamed red flag. The question on everyone's lips, if Travis wasn't her type before, then why now? Was it love that changed her mind? Or the fact that his star power and NFL future made him look a whole lot more appealing? The timing of that old comment re-emerging couldn't have been worse, and haters made sure to paint her as someone chasing status, not love. But not everyone's buying into the smear. Supporters of the couple clapped back, saying preferences evolve, that love isn't always instant attraction, and sometimes the strongest bonds grow over time. They argued that her honesty about her past shouldn't erase the relationship she's built with Travis in the present. Still, the internet doesn't play fair. The clip went viral, and within hours, the memes were brutal, the debates endless, and judgment flooded every platform. Suddenly, Leanna wasn't just the fiancé who didn't clap at the Heisman. She was now the girl who once said he wasn't her type, and that new label stuck hard. Through it all, both Travis and Leanna have stayed silent. No statements, no tweets, no clarifications. Maybe they're rising above the noise, or maybe they're trying not to add fuel to a fire already burning out of control. But their silence only made the public hungrier for answers. So now the real question lingers like smoke in the air. Does one offhand comment really define a relationship? Or is this just a world obsessed with tearing down love stories the second they don't look flawless? Either way, the pressure is mounting. And this isn't just about Travis and Leanna anymore. This is the brutal reality of what happens when romance collides with fame, money, and millions of eyes waiting for the first crack to show. For most people, being a rising star is the dream, and fame, money, and glory. But for Travis Hunter, that dream comes with shadows that few truly see. Balancing love, loyalty, and the temptations of fame is no fairy tale. It's a minefield. And with his relationship with Leanna Linney constantly under the public microscope, the stakes feel higher than ever. It sparks the question people have been asking for decades. Can love actually survive the brutal weight of fame? For an athlete like Hunter, standing on the edge of a multi-million-dollar NFL career, every personal move feels like it's under a spotlight. His relationship isn't just judged by fans, it's analyzed by mentors, agents, financial advisors, even the media, all looking for cracks before they even appear. And lately, those cracks have been all anyone talks about. From the Heisman incident to Leanna's resurfaced comments and the blunt warnings from legends like Deion Sanders and Shannon Sharp, the narrative is clear. Love might not be enough when millions of dollars and millions of eyes are involved. Every look between Travis and Leanna, every Instagram caption, every moment caught on camera becomes evidence for or against their relationship in the court of public opinion. And for Travis, still figuring out who he is as both a man and a superstar, that pressure is crushing. Because when fame and fortune step into the picture, trust gets harder to hold on to. And authenticity is the first thing questioned. Sports history is littered with cautionary tales. Athletes who lost it all, not just from injuries or scandals, but from relationships that collapsed under the spotlight. The truth is, success doesn't just bring rewards, it brings risk. And the people closest to you can end up collateral damage in the crossfire. And now, with social media amplifying every whisper into a headline, the battle between public image and private life isn't just tough. It's a fight that could decide whether Travis and Leanna's love story stands or crumbles right in front of millions. So the real question is, how are Travis Hunter and Leanna Linney actually surviving this non-stop spotlight? And what part does social media play in the chaos that surrounds them? In today's world, the line between private and public barely exists, especially for someone like Travis, whose every move is broadcast to millions. Social media isn't just a highlight reel anymore. It's a 24/7 surveillance camera. And Travis and Leanna are stuck living under it. For their relationship, this has been both a blessing and a curse. On one side, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube have made them relatable. The young couple everyone feels they know, sharing laughs, kisses, and big life milestones in real time. But on the flip side, that same visibility has turned them into easy targets. Every photo, every caption, every clip gets dissected, mocked, or twisted until the original meaning is gone. Just look at the trail of chaos, the Heisman Trophy moment, the resurfaced "not my type" comment, and even their engagement announcement, all blown out of proportion, feeding the internet's obsession with finding cracks in their story. Instead of being celebrated, their love has become a battleground for memes, debates, and nonstop judgment. And the balance, still unclear. Travis has already gone public defending Leanna, urging people to stop the negativity and respect their bond. But the hate doesn't stop, it just keeps flowing. For Leanna, the weight is even heavier. Being with a rising superstar means constantly proving herself to a world that's ready to drag her down at the first slip. She's fighting for more than just love. She's fighting against millions of strangers convinced they know her motives better than she does. At the heart of it, their story exposes the brutal truth about modern fame. The tighter you try to hold on to authenticity, the harder the world pushes back with scrutiny. For Travis, touchdowns and trophies might be the easy part. It's love, loyalty, and public perception that threaten to be the real challenge. And that leaves the final cliffhanger. Travis Hunter's story isn't finished, it's only getting started. But as the world keeps watching, one choice looms larger than any game-winning play. Will Travis write his own love story with Leanna or let the internet rewrite it for him? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.